This is the Music in Vincent series, and this is the Perth Blues Club at the Charles Hotel. Located on Charles Street in North Perth, for over 60 years the Charles Hotel has provided a space for live music, featuring everything from touring international acts to emerging local musicians. Since 1992, the Charles has been home to the Perth Blues Club, widely considered to be the best such club in Australia, and a welcoming space for touring blues musicians, local veterans, and keen beginners to the blues. Music in Vincent presents 3 long-form interviews with Charles Hotel owner and manager Chris Angelkov, Perth Blues Club president and founder Rick Steele, and long-time Blues Club performer Peta Lee.
The hotel was first opened in 1955. It was one of the busiest places in Perth at the time, and people used to wait 5 deep at the bar to get served, etc. And this particular room here was called the Rainbow Room.
When we started, there was a dozen country clubs and a jazz society, and nobody was really looking after the Blues Brothers. So, and the good thing about blues is that people come from all walks of life. So we had mechanics, we had radiator fixers, we had some musicians, but enthusiasts. So from the beginning there was a good mixture of musicians and people who loved the music.
But then I just love the blues. I've always loved the blues. I've got a passion for it. I've got a feeling for it. So yeah, I came down here and met a lot of other players, and here we are, still doing it.
I've had the blues here since I bought the venue. The Blues Club had only opened a few months before I actually took over. So they're sort of like part of the furniture, part of the family.
So it was gradual really, but the thing was, you've got the space here. It looks like a blues club. The carpet was a blues club carpet, you know, your foot stuck to the floor, and in those days smoking was still in the early days, and we really didn't need a smoke machine. It was just, you know, if you stood down the back of the room, it was looking through the fog anyway.
And the first time I came here, I think I was a little bit underage, and I'd put my change on the bar and I'd say, "A midi, please." Can I get up? Can I get up? Listen to me over here. Yeah, so I had a lot of gumption back in those days too. I still do. It's still in there.
In our constitution, and then when we set up what we wanted to do, it was always going to be part helping musicians finding a place together. And you know, that's what I thought in the initial stage. If we can get all the blues lovers in Perth all in the same place at the same time, you got half a show.
I get great satisfaction of sitting up here on that high section there and listening to them and having a drink and seeing a lot of people in the pub enjoying themselves.
I love to see the joy you can bring, you know, to people in the audience, and I love to be with the guys on stage. You know, the players. I'm very, very lucky to stand on stage with.
We've had funerals in here, we've had people getting married that have come to the club. We've had some magnificent nights here with local guys, and those sort of Christmas type shows where you end up with a bunch of people on stage can be real good as well. I mean, the people feel it, the people enjoy it, and the musicians do as well.
I've been loving this place, and it's kind of like the home gig to me. I love to walk in here and, yep, this is going to be a good night. I'm home, yeah, it's great.
Visit the City of Vincent or State Library catalogues to access these interviews about the Charles and the Perth Blues Club, as well as interviews with the people behind 4 other iconic music venues in the Vincent area.